This is an early morning, as you can see, but I have already done a portion of my morning routine. I have made up the bed, I've showered and dressed. I've also done my swish and swipe before I walked out of that bathroom. And I've even taken care of the laundry by putting laundry in to get started and brought laundry out folded. So that portion of this morning's routine has already been done. So I can check those off. And when I walked into this kitchen, oh my goodness, there were things in the sink, things that needed to be done. So we are going to work this morning and get things taken care of. We're also going to do this for a couple of days so you can see that the morning routine basically remains the same, but every now and then we have to do a little tweaking. So that's okay. Welcome to the kitchen of Ebony, Ivy, and Thyme. I'm Leona Dooley, and this is where we do things in the kitchen for the kitchen, because you know it's going to be around our kitchen table where we're going to build strong families. So let's get it done. Let's take a look at the morning routine, where we're going to make up our bed. We're going to make sure that we're showered and dressed, and we're going to swish and swipe before we come out of that bathroom. We're also going to do at least one load of laundry each day, and I try to put one in and take one out. Also, we want to make sure that we keep our sinks perfect. So in order to do that, we have to touch it up. And sometimes in the morning, that may mean a little more effort than what it would later in the day. We also want to make sure that we're emptying our dishwasher in the morning so that it's available throughout the day for members of the family to put their dishes in the dishwasher. We want to make sure that we are also clearing those little clutter spots and getting those and keeping those nice and clean. And if there's a meal, we want to do an after meal cleanup. And in this case, since it's a morning routine, then we're going to be cleaning up after breakfast and also preparing for lunch. Say that I am so glad that you are right here spending time with me in the kitchen of Ebony, Ivy, and Thyme, because you know that our family loves to do kitchen-y projects because we're doing things in the kitchen and we're doing things for the kitchen. You know, we also like to cook, and we talk and we chit-chat. All of those things make this family and this home a fun place to be. Now, your kitchen, as you're thinking, what are some of the things that you love doing right in your kitchen? Who's coming to your kitchen? And what is it that they love to see when they walk through that door? Everyone wants to come to the kitchen, have a seat, and get a hug. And you know what? You are always invited to join our family. And if you are not already a member of the family, right now, go down into the description box and hit that subscribe button. And also, if you will, click the little bell icon as well as give me a thumbs up. I say thank you, thank you, thank you to those of you who are my tried and true family members, and thank you to my new subscribers who are joining us on this journey, because together we are building strong families, and you know what? We're doing it one meal at a time. A home cook's job is never done, and I purposely left a few of my clean dishes out just so they could dry a bit. They were a little bit damp still in the dishwasher, so we're going to take care of that and get those put away. But you know what? Being a home cook doesn't mean that that's the only thing that you do throughout the day. It does mean that the home cook is the person who does the planning for the meals and does the grocery list for the meals. But you don't necessarily have to be the one to go to the grocery or to actually put the meal ideas on paper. You can certainly solicit your family to help you along the way. And let me say, welcome to our female and male home cooks, because we are all in that kitchen. And there are even families where the husbands and wives are in that kitchen together putting the meal on the table for their family. And I congratulate you. The most wiped down room probably in your house is your kitchen. And next to that, of course, would be the bath. But because we're in the kitchen and we're doing things for the kitchen, this is what we're talking about. So let's talk about wiping down our counters and doing it daily, because you want your counter to look nice. You want to be able to look down your counter and for the most part see very few things that need to be moved. Now, because I had this in my hand, you know what I did? I need to make sure I have my water, but I got sidetracked talking to you. So I sat it on the counter to go and do something else. And you know, if you're doing it and you're the person who's cleaning up that area, think about what your family does. They're going to drop things because they think of something else, and they're going to walk off and keep going. So keeping your counter clean sometimes can be a challenge. But if you do this, it makes it very simple. I have 2 towels, and I have a bottle that has my secret recipe. And it's not a secret, it's all over the internet. This is water and Dawn dishwashing liquid, which is with a splash of vinegar. That's going to help to take up any little sticky things that may accidentally get on your counter. Those fingerprints are going to be gone. So I'm just going to give everything a good spray. And then that gives it time, give it a minute. Then I'm going to come back with my first towel, and this is my scrubbing towel. This is the one where I'm going to actually do the cleaning. And if there's any dirt, then that will come up on this towel. So all of that's there. I kind of move a few things out of the way that I know have that tendency to have little bits of crumbs or whatever around. You know, when the big guy's fixing coffee, if he has a coffee spill, this takes care of it. I keep a mat underneath of the coffee pot to help with that, but it still happens. So we're giving it a quick wipe. I have my container here. I haven't used it, but it has been moved, so I'm going to wipe under there because this particular one stays out. And I have a little bit of decoration, just going to shift that a bit. Still having the dirty towel. And now we're going to use the dry towel. We're going to go back to where we started and give it a good wipe down to dry everything up. Now, how easy is this? Now, will you have to be this thorough all throughout the day? No. You'll just have to do this probably after breakfast. And that's when I would do it, after breakfast. And just give everything a good wipe so that it's set up for the rest of the day. And perhaps, if your family sees that you have made the effort to clean it up, then they will also help you keep it clean. Now, 2 towels, 1 wet, 1 dry, and shoo. Have you ever had one of those days when you really are all over the place? And this morning I saw my aprons and I thought, it's time to put some of those summer aprons away because it's just too summery. So I'm going through this stack, and anything that looks like real summer is going to get folded up and put away. Now the aprons are clean. It's just a matter of getting them folded up and put where I want them to be. I have a place for all the aprons, and they stay up at the aprons and the summer towels in a spot together. So we got all the aprons. I'm folding. You can see I not only have just general aprons, I have my Apron Diva aprons in the stack, and those are special. So I try to keep all of the aprons in a good place and take care of all of the aprons regardless of who made them or where they came from. Now some aprons are pretty general, like my happiness is only a cupcake away. I like that. Not really seasonal, but it's just kind of cute and makes me smile. So on those cupcake baking days, that's a good apron. I have one that is very fallish, so that is going to stay, and it's a cute little half apron that I'm going to keep. So that's going to stay. I have another one that is very herb oriented, and we certainly use herbs all the time. So because of that, it gets to stay. I have another that is totally strawberries, and it's kind of strawberry specific in my house, as well as the fact that the girls, my granddaughters, like to play in it, but they won't be here in the fall, so I'm going to put this one away. The strawberries are going to be gone until spring, so let's get that folded and put in the stack to be put away. I also have one that's very patriotic, red, white, and blue, lots of fireworks and flowers. And so that one is going to be put away because I don't believe we have any more patriotic holidays until the spring. So there it is. Now I have another that is just a general black, white, and red apron. It will fit anytime. So this one gets to stay. And of course the one that I have on is one that I use when I am doing heavy duty work because of the fact that it is waterproof. This is an oilcloth. You can hear the crinkle of it. Oilcloth is very user-friendly when you're cleaning up. So the oilcloth stays because we have to clean up. So I have my stack of aprons that I am going to put away. All right, so the aprons that are going to stay are right there in their spot. Voila, task done. There is always something that needs to get done every day. And I try to take about 15 minutes every day to go through those normal cleaning and straightening tasks that need to get done. So I have to tell you that, first of all, you have to go through and pick up anything that is not exactly where it's supposed to be. We have to make sure that we eat because we want to take care of ourselves, and we want to make sure that not only we've eaten, but also our family members have eaten. So this is lunchtime, and I'm going to prepare some lunch. So we're just fixing a quick sandwich. We don't need a lot. It's just that we need to make sure that we have sustenance and enough to be able to hold us until dinner time. So there's not a lot of snacking going on. So let's get that done. Now it looks like my bread is toward the end. So what I'm going to do is to prepare more than one sandwich. Each of those little sandwiches that you saw, that gave us 4 sandwiches. Each half is 1 sandwich. So 1 slice of hearty bread will make 1 nice sandwich. Now, if the big guy is extremely hungry, then he can certainly get 2. But I only need 1 half. I like to store my sandwiches for lunch in a container. Number one, it keeps me organized in that I have multiple sandwiches for several days. Plus, lunch I don't for have the next to go couple and get of days. The big guy can go and get his own. And going into the refrigerator. Now that we have finished our morning task, I can actually sit down and do whatever needs to be done throughout the rest of the day. And you know what? Morning tasks, regardless of the day, regardless of the week, have to be done. And if you don't do them in the morning when they should be done, then you're going to end up with a slightly chaotic day and not exactly feeling like you've done what you should. So take the time. It only takes about 15 minutes max, and you will have a smooth start to your day, and you'll set yourself up for a smooth afternoon. So have a wonderful time. Enjoy your morning and your afternoon. Be blessed, and I'll see you soon right here in the kitchen of Ebony, Ivy, and Thyme.